Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some technical analysis on the S&P 500, on Tesla, Amazon, IQST, and then of course Zion Oil and Gas. And just kind of go through some different support and resistance levels. So we'll start off on the S&P 500. So your key support is still 44.08. We are in a bearish pattern currently at about fair value. I think we could still see some more downside and fall, maybe test that 4,400 level before recovering and making our way back up. If we fall below that level, then that would be putting us next support leg down would be about 42.85. Okay, so overall tip top's about 4,600. So if we do happen to get some type of big correction, then we do have a pretty decent move potential down to the downside, but again, you have to break below that 4,400 mark first. So as far as golden cross indicators, we have we're basically right at the tipping point of, are we going up or down. So it's interesting to see what happens next week. So this blue line, typically, like I said, whenever we go above it, above this pink line, and we're due for a spike and move to the upside. Right now the pink line just crossed, so it kind of makes me think that as long as that stays there and we kind of separate those lines a little bit further, that we could see some more room for downside. Okay, so as you see here, you see this golden cross breakout here. Whenever the blue crossed the pink, it signaled that we were due for some type of spike and increase in price, and then when that happened, we had a very long stretch of increase in price in the S&P, and we just crossed on the opposite side of things. So now we could see some potential downside. I don't know how much or how long it'll be, but just kind of keep an eye on that S&P 500, just the overall markets in general moving forward. Okay, so next up, we're going to take a look at Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, trading on the NASDAQ here. And Tesla has just been kind of going sideways the past week or so. Your overall first level of resistance is 252.54, and the golden cross indicator is getting close to a key point here. And if it does cross over that pink line, that'd be a good sign for us. However, if the markets are negative, if the markets are pulling back, then I highly doubt that Tesla just goes crazy. It'll probably follow suit and kind of pull down. But 250, 254 is your first level of resistance. Support 223.62. Overall tip top right at about $300 on Tesla. Next up, Amazon, AMZN. Looking at that one on the NASDAQ as well. Amazon's one's also been kind of holding steady at its current levels in the 130s. We are in a bullish pattern, and falling all the way down to 133, got as high as about 139, and your overall tip top is 142.97. Your support 128.45 is your first level of support. If it falls below that, then 119.46, 112, 104. But I don't, unless the market has some type of huge correction, I don't see it coming all the way down to to the 100s again, like lower 100s. If it does, that's I'd definitely come back in and buy pretty heavy. But anything around, in my opinion, anything below $150 is a steal for Amazon for the long term. So if it did fall down lower, if it fell all the way down to 100 or below, I would just come in and scoop some more up. This is, like those of you who follow the channel know, it's a longer term play for me. So next up, IQST. Okay guys, in IQST, remember the big run up we had from 8 cents all the way to about 33.5 cents. We've been selling off for quite some time, finding a recovery around the 14 cent mark, and we are kind of slowing down, losing a little bit of steam here. We've been in a bullish pattern for a little over a week, about 2 weeks, and we haven't made our way really back up through those upsides, but we've just been slowly consolidating around these levels, finding some support at about 18 cents. Your next level here is about 21, then about 24 cents, and then you have 27.5 and all the way to 33.5. If we break below the about 18-cent mark, then you're looking at about 14, and your overall floor looking at about 8 cents there. Okay, looking at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. So this one here, guys, we've been talking about, this for a while. Of no news means down to 5 cents or maybe even below. We're at the 5-cent mark now, and that is currently our floor. Okay, so that was basically our lowest level that we were kind of keeping an eye on, and of course, complete and utter silence from the company yet again. So of course, we're going to see that little ski slope down to the bottom. Typically is what happens. On Friday specifically, when there's no news, you'll see the drop in price come, and then you might see a little spike in price on Monday in anticipation that maybe they get some news, and then same thing on Thursday, and then when there's nothing, it just kind of dumps off. So even if this does pop its head up just a little bit next week, no news means I think we're down to 5 cents yet again, and that's where we close for the week if there's no news, or maybe even below that, who knows. But I haven't bought any of this in quite some time. However, I am thinking of coming in and buying a little here, not a whole lot, but this is a super high risky play at this point, just because you don't know what the company is going to come out with as far as, hey, we got all of our stuff together and we're re-entering the MJ1, or hey, we didn't get it approved, or they just come out and say, hey, wait a little bit longer, which is their typical MO. But right now, just for a swing play, we are in undervalued territory. We've been selling off. We got all the way to about close to 9 cents, and then have sold off. So as far as a swing trade opportunity, this does provide an interesting play here. However, just know that the risk meter on this thing is pretty darn high, and so just kind of keep that in mind. But your overall floor is 5 cents. Your first level of resistance is 7, and then 8 3/4, and right at about 10 cents, 11 cents, 12.5, and then all the way up to let's just call it 15 cents. So the only thing that's going to move this needle up is if the company comes out and gives shareholders good news as far as, this is our plan, we've been approved, blah 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 blah. But if they just come out and blow smoke up people's rear end, then you kind of know the drill. Nothing's going to happen, or it's just going to go lower. So anyway, that's the gist on that. So alright guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we will catch you in the next one.